BMW's GS series is now 40 years old. From a humble beginning with the R80 GS in the 80s, the do-it-all adventurer has gone on to smash annual sales records and become a global leader in the industry, and claiming numerous victories in the Dakar Rally. According to our friend Wikipedia, GS stands for Gierlandstraße, which means off-road, road, and this perfectly encompasses the GS family. As the GS turns 40, the question had to be asked: is it naughty at 40? We bravely ventured out into the UK winter with the latest tip-top GS adventure, and brought along its half-price equivalent for a bit of a birthday bash.
Heated grips on.
Yeah, the new one, the new GS, actually has a heated seat.
Does it?
And a heated pillion seat.
Oh, where? How? What?
But that bike's not spec'd with it.
Oh. Helmet.
Oh yeah.
Hey GS buddy.
Hey buddy. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I did ride in this morning. The roads were not nice.
Oh god.
You look so American because
Thanks.
the side lights are continuously on that bike.
Oh my god.
My dashboard's flashing at me, telling me it's too cold to be out on a bike. Probably right.
Yeah, he's not wrong, is he? Or she?
So yeah, the GS then. I mean, you know I love this bike, and this actually is my own personal bike. We dug out the 2014. This is the first of the water-cooled GSAs. Oh god, is that ice? This particular model has only just gone over 5,000 miles, so it's in tip-top fresh tightness. Does it do pretty much the same as that? Don't know, we'll find out. That's kind of
well, I can tell you pretty much yes it does.
I guess, is there a point to this video? Probably not, but it's just us popping around and then riding an old one and a brand new one, and we'll easily be able to tell the difference. I mean, that is proper fucking quick. That new 1250 is fast, and the best feature, which I was alluding to earlier off camera, are you in Dynamic Pro yet? Mode?
Yes I am.
So now wheelie control is disabled.
Oh good.
In Dynamic Pro, so you don't have to keep, pushing all these buttons. Well, to be fair, you can enable it, but in the settings you can turn wheelie control off in Dynamic Pro because you can adjust
brilliant.
it. So now you can just do some nice floaters.
I long for a nice floater.
I'm going to put my dick lights on because we're GS people. You can put yours on as well if you want.
Thanks. Yeah, so life aboard the 2021 GS 40th anniversary edition. Well, I say that, it's not an edition, is it? You have to buy the pack.
Correct.
So you don't buy the bike, you buy the bike as a GS and then you buy the pack after that.
Yeah, and I believe the pack is about 1,900 quid.
Wow. It still feels like a GS. Like, I guarantee you I'll jump on that one and it will still feel very similar. But is there anything wrong with that?
Well, it's the GS is a bit like, in model terms, a bit like a 911 in that it shouldn't really work. It's got the engine out the back, and it's an unconventional way of doing things. This has got two thumping great cylinders sticking out the sides. But over the last 40 years, as it says on that sticker, handily, they've managed to chip away at it, and it's a staple. It's just refined and refined and refined and refined, and that is why this bike is, it's fundamentally exactly the same as that, but with shit options. Is basically what it is. Obviously, the biggest difference I think, is the shift cam, because the performance of the bike you're on, Al, is really quite staggering now. I mean, you can open it up as we pass this Tractiar. She doesn't hang about, does she?
Oh mate, this is the thing. I think we had an argument, didn't we? Well, not an argument, we had a debate on whether the shift cam was going to be suitable for this bike, and whether or not it takes a little bit of an excitement away from the old bike. But I just don't see any negatives anymore. I really don't.
It's the best of both worlds, isn't it? And that's exactly what it's designed to do. Give you torque and give you top-end power. I mean, it is a bit nosy. That's the only thing that I think is getting a little bit irritating with some of these modern bikes, and particularly the evolution of jumping from this to that. Yes, my little temperature thing's flashing away here, but it's not, you know, having a panic attack, whereas that bike has an absolute epic. You know, and even if you're running out of fuel, it's like, oh my god, you gotta stop for some fuel, you're gonna die! Or your
oh my god, your tyres are too PSI!
Yeah, exactly, your tyres are too low, oh my god, just stop, oh fucking hell! And it's just a bit ridiculous. But I suppose that's a reflection of modern society, isn't it? But it is a bit naggy, that bike. You do have an eco mode on the new one as well, which if you cycle through the mode button on the right,
I can't be bothered.
No? Okay.
I can't be bothered. Mode. Eco. Why would you want eco? What that?
Well, for example, if I had an eco mode, I would be in it now because I need to save the fuel because I'm about to run out. The reason I think there is an eco mode is because there must be something in Euro 5 that says, you know, what's the average mode, what's the average rider going to do? And I reckon eco mode, they probably said, well, that would account for, you know, 30% of an average rider's mode time, therefore they can lower the emissions based on that. And I think it's as simple as that. That's the only reason it's there.
When I was 30, in fact when I was 35, so not even 4 years ago, I said that I was too young for a GS, and I still think I'm too young for a GS. But this bike, I think, is one of the, or if not the, best bike in the world. I'm not talking about track days, I'm not talking about willy waving horsepower, I'm not talking about, oh god, yeah, look at how sexy, oh yeah, ugh. I'm just talking about, in terms of functionality, this is one of the best bikes in the world.
Yeah, and I would agree with you, as you probably guessed, because I keep waxing lyrical about it, and I have been for a long time, because I kind of felt like I discovered it, that it is an old man, is perceptually an old man's tool.
It is, yeah.
But when you actually ride it and just try and get that out of your head, it just does everything so bloody well. And I tell you, you say forget track days, but I reckon
definitely
you would absolutely trounce some. You could put up with the fast group in that, I reckon. Definitely. Well, that one's dead, isn't it? That one's dead too. Have they got? Tell me they've got some bloody.
Yeah, they
petrol.
have. That one, the one you just driven past.
God, BP's going way downhill. I'm a shell man now.
Is that because of Jamie Oliver's?
No, and that's the worst. Oh, I hate Jamie Oliver, but I love Waitrose. It's a criminal collaboration.
Well, I do like the new digital. Look at the things that the signage, the display. That I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got a pissy flap. Yeah. Not a pussy, a pissy flap.
See, I've got a key. I do like keys.
I do like keys. Yeah. They had a perfectly good home.
They did. In the fucking hole.
Here, you pass me that, and I'll fill her up.
Oh well, you go first, yeah?
Well, I'll go and pay for it, shall I?
Okay, yeah. Thanks, Dan. 30 litre tank on these. And I remember on this wasn't this exact bike, but very similar spec. My original one of these, I did the 24-hour challenge, which we should do again.
Yeah.
That many countries as you can in 24 hours. It was amazing. I loved it. We did 14 in 22 hours. And it was on this bike, and that's what made me fall in love with the GS, because it was like, well...
What, on this very bike?
No. But
just ruined the story.
No, I already caveated that it wasn't that bike. You just weren't listening.
Oh, right.
Yet again. Oh, look, there's another GS over there. Hello. Come and join our club.
So I'm just waiting for Finn to finish.
Him. The handsome man over there. Oh, I just got a nod from the GS man. This 30 litres of fuel is going to damage my floaters. Done.
And receipt as well, please.
No.
Right, so what's the first mission, Chrissy?
Well, I mean, I'm very, very hungry.
Oh, so am I. There's only one thing for the job, isn't there?
There is.
Yeah.
There's a Whole Foods about 4 miles away.
Yeah, there's a salad bar.
They are hugely manoeuvrable, these bikes. People look at them and go, God, I'm too scared to ride one. But they are super manoeuvrable.
easy.
Like,
Yeah.
one of the easiest vehicles to do slow control
Yeah.
on.
And the fact, you know, when you finally take one off road, or you take someone else's off road at the off road centre in Wales, Pavy's place, what those bikes can do, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Redonk.
One of the other things I've noticed in jumping between the two bikes is this old school bike, you can just quickly push suspension and you've got a quick, easy access menu of soft, normal, hard, regardless of what mode you're in, I think apart from enduro. And that's not to be scorned at, because you have just got two modes, which seems to be road and dynamic, and it always seems to be a bit hard. I think that bike rides quite hard, whereas I think it's a nicer ride on a softer setup. It's almost like it's in the quest for performance, because now it's a lot faster. They've had to sort of beef up the suspension a bit to make it a bit more fucking hell, boys. Make it a bit more Nürburgring focused.
And then of course you've got the SOS button on my bike, or on the new bike.
You have, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't even require a button. If you just drove it and stacked it into that bush, a lovely young lady would come through the tannoy and ask you if you're okay.
So I don't have to press the button then. It does it.
Yeah. If the bike senses that it's gone over,
Yeah.
and a couple of other criteria are checked, like speed, etc., it will automatically call.
Right.
And it has your GPS data, so if you're not responsive, they could send an ambulance straight away. And likewise, if you come across someone else on the road, you just quickly push it back.
Oh fucking hell!
What?
Fucking hell!
What?
You just fucking you just peppered me with this fucking massive rock.
God, well, stop saying it like it's my fault. I'm just riding along. Well, you can ring your SOS, mate. Oh, my friend hit me with a stone.
Oh, lovely weather for a shoot. Anyway.
It's beautiful, yeah.
Yeah.
But then I think if you're going to be on any vehicle, two-wheeled vehicle today, this is probably the one you'd choose, isn't it?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And it sticks with that utilitarian nature of just doing a job and getting it done. That is what this bike is about. And it's enjoyable to ride. It's not I love the engine. I love the way the torque of it. I love the way you can just smash through the gears. And that essence is still the same on both of these bikes.
I think you know, going back to things you notice when you jump on again. Obviously the dash. I love this dash. I think it is absolutely incredible. I think there's just the right amount of aesthetical pleasuring with function.
It's the best in the game.
It is. I think it is.
And the clarity, the quality of it. Oh, there is something I've noticed though, and this is a change from that particular bike to some of the older ones with the digital dash. It seems that it's less responsive and a lot slower now, and I don't know why that is. And you noticed it on the bagger as well.
I did, yeah. The K1600 we had for the John O'Groats 2 Land's End trip, but that was similar.
It's like they've sort of gone to a cheaper processor to save a bit of money, which is shit really, because nothing should ever get slower technology wise, should it? That's bad. I don't know what the road condition is like here at all.
I'm not going to even risk it.
No, I'm just sort of,
I mean, there's going to be ice. Well, luckily you're in front.
Yeah, well, you could see me fall over and go, oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Well, at least I can press the SOS button.
You could. Well, exactly. There we go. Teamwork.
Yeah, I mean, there's really 6 years, 7 years down the line, apart from the shift cam, really, there's not a massive amount of difference, really, is there?
No. I do like an analog dash, but that one is, you know, your digital one is fantastic. And the issue I've always had with this dash, it's too hard to see your speed on the needle. It's almost pointless. You always end up looking at the
flashing out your dick. Oh, dick lights probably.
What do you do?
He's flashed us.
Oh, there might be a copper then. Have you noticed that people don't tend to warn you, policemen, now, like on the other side of the road? Have you noticed that?
I don't know. I've seen it quite well. Down our way we do.
Fucking
we all look out for each other, but you know, up here you're all sort of a bit.
All your lot.
Another pub.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Decimated. We should buy one. That's a brilliant headquarters.
It's there. It's copper.
Where?
There. Don't.
Oh yeah.
Let's wave. Go on.
Dick.
Wave.
What a dick. Get a proper job.
Get a proper job.
What a...
Fuck off.
Yeah, and of course this is on the mighty Bridgestone A41s, which do feel pretty good actually.
Oh, we're here already?
Yep.
Oh my god. Oh!
Happy New Year, Ali Wally.
Happy New Year, Chrissy Wissy.
Oh, I love motorbikes.
Cheers, Nige.
Black box fitted. Oh god. Hello.
Hi, can I get a medium big tasty with bacon, please? Meal?
Could I have a Big Mac meal, please? And a hamburger on the side, please.
Anything else?
Do you want a chicken select?
No, thanks.
That's it, thank you. What do you think of the yellow handguards?
It's horrendous. This combination here, gold and yellow. I mean, I'm sorry, that this shouldn't be left from a factory. This shouldn't be allowed to leave a factory.
Yeah. You stick it in my top box.
What, and the food?
Hey. This is teamwork.
Teamwork. Thank you. Nice one. Thanks very much. Look at that. That's why you need a GS.
It's actually cavernous, that little top box. Oh, fucking hell. What was that? Was that a nipple?
Little nipple.
Oh, we're swapping, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
Give us the key before you piss off with it. Love a bit of keyless. The endless faffery of keyless. Right, what's the best way to go? Let's do a bit of a dual carriageway test.
Well, that big tasty's coming up a tree.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This feels a bit more front loaded.
A bit more?
A bit more front, a bit more nosy.
Yeah, I think it is.
I know what it might be. The I've got bar risers on that bike, so the handlebars are higher.
Hello!
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 Hello, I'm Nigel.
Hello, Nigel. I'm Damien.
Hello, Damien.
It wouldn't be Damien, would it? It'd be like Jeff. Howard. Howard. But there is something about riding these bastards that is... You do feel like you own the road a bit, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
There's a definite superiority complex going on.
Yeah, they got some substance, that's for sure.
Yeah. Do you want to do a roll on?
6th gear.
6th gear, yeah.
3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah.
The other thing that really fucks me off with this is auto-cancelling indicators. I know some people out there can't turn their indicators off, but most of us fucking can. I think the power on this bike is spot on. Like for the road, it's absolutely perfect. It's the old one is a little bit lackluster, particularly on the motorway. If you want to sort of just blast past someone and do a quick overtake, you're in 6th gear and it's a bit fat. But genuinely, the performance of this bike is. I think we've got to do a track day on it, basically.
Definitely. Inappropriate track day. One of these, a gold wing or a bagger of some sort,
yeah.
A scooter, and something else. Well, there's 3 of us, so yeah, 3 in there. That's that 3.
Yeah. I think this is, because nobody's going to believe us. We could say it'd be good, but no one will believe us until we actually
what that bike did around the Nürburgring was insane.
Yeah. And that was the 1200.
Yeah.
Oh, just that grunt. It's grunty. More
dear.
More irritation.
Oh dear. Oh, I thought it had crashed.
No, it's been there for ages. This feels so slimy on this. I've
got to say, these tyres, these A41s are so good.
This is awful. It feels like the tyres are sub-zero temperature. Well, they are, but it feels like they're rock solid. Feels like roller skate wheels. Pigeon?
Kamikaze Pigeon. That's a good name for a band, isn't it? What's our new band name?
Cervical Ricochet.
Cervical Ricochet.
That was the conversation about when the penis goes into the vagina and it hits the top of the cervix and it bounces off down either side towards the ovarian tubes. It ricochets. Now we've satisfied our bellies.
Yeah.
Job list numero dos is we're going to go to Boots to pick up a prescription.
Okay, superb. Will it fit in the top box?
It certainly will, yes.
Yeah. Try doing that in your jigsaw.
Yeah. Or just put it in your pocket. I don't think there'll be standing ice on the road at this time now. I think we're all right.
What's standing ice? I've never heard of that phrase before.
It's ice standing up.
Oh,
going,
right.
Hello. Don't hit me.
Adventure day. Adventure day.
It feels so greasy on these tyres. This is why we always have to have a consistent tyre when we test, because a bike can feel so different. Oh, the countryside. Oh, fuck off.
Oh, fuck off.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
I'm just gonna let's go and investigate and get angry. Oh, if it's just a couple of degrees warmer, I'd be giving it some beans through here.
Hey, there's no rush, mate.
I know, but it's fun. As in just sort of squirting the mud everywhere. A bukkake of mud. I mean, I suppose if
I love
this
how
road...
you ride in the middle of the road around country lanes.
And what side would you ride on?
Well, the left.
Well, you haven't got a wider field of vision as I have. Honestly, look it up, loser.
Oh god.
This is how GS's ride.
It's how we ride. Damien and I and Howard and Nigel. Adventure Dad. Adventure Dad.
That's it.
Is that it?
That is it.
Are you kidding?
No. What does that sign say? Yeah, because of that. Your indicator's on.
Thanks.
Again!
Oh, look at me standing up, look, all adventure-y. Look at me!
Oh.
Nigel!
Howard!
No, Keith.
Keith.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Keith. Keith! Oh my god.
You twat!
If you hit the ice, surely just go over it as fast as possible and then you'll get to the other side.
Just open the throttle, spin it up. Just rev it, yeah?
But you'll just get to the grip quicker, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh.
The other annoying thing about this, I want to put this in enduro mode now so I can do some skids. But you can only have 4 modes on the menu for some reason, so then you have to go into the settings and then say which 4 you want, which is just a bit... It's just another annoyance of modern technology.
Yeah.
Like, it's just irritating. Like, why?
And you're saying the lights aren't very good?
Yes, well, depending... Well, we might see it soon, but the... well, hang on. No, the cornering light is absolutely incredible. Like, the best cornering LED I've ever seen on anything, ever. It is amazing. However, it also does it on the up and down axis. So, on acceleration, the front lifts up and then the light goes down.
Right.
And then you roll out of it, but there's like a second delay, so you're constantly... So what that happens is you're going towards a corner going, I can't see where the corner is. You accelerate to lift the light up, and then you go, oh, there's the fucking corner, and then you brake and it goes down, and then down again. It's just, yeah, it's irritating. Right, when it's dry, there's a decent bit of grip.
Oh, funny that.
Right, we can look at the COVID measures in the Farnham High Street now.
Are we?
Yeah.
Where's Boots then, Chrissy?
Boots is just here. We can either be arseholes and just drive up onto the pavement.
No.
Or
well,
we can
surely go just park here on the left.
we can put what? Park in the COVID measure?
Yeah. Just here.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. Oh, mate, the queue's massive. No, I'm gonna go. Well, that was mission failed because there's too many sick people. Yeah, straight on, love. No, it's alright, keep going. Alright. Oh, it sounds nice, my bike. We could go and see my mum.
Shall we?
Actually, we're not allowed, are we? Get arrested. What, my god, what did you do? Oh, I went to see my mum. So, mission number dos.
Numero dos?
No, tres. Pick up a cycling part. Hello, I've got, you've got an order for me. I think it's a couple of cables. Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers. Well, great success.
Well, it's 3 chores done. We need a 4th really, didn't we?
Well, we didn't really. I gave up on number 2.
Okay.
The queue is too big. We could go to Bird World, like ornithological birds. Failing that, I know where there's a peacock. It's the most unattractive look, isn't it?
So I mean, Chris, the bike you're on, you were saying you spec'd it up earlier, and it is 20,000. How much?
20,880, I think. I've got a screenshot on my phone.
And that's a lot of money, isn't it? Really?
That's a lot of wedge. Yeah.
And this bike, I mean, this GS here, your GS is worth, you say, around 10k?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's got an abnormally low mileage. So a standard one, normal, what, with about 18,000 miles on, is probably about standard. You could probably pick up private sale for about 8 grand, 8.5 grand.
So,
well, let's say half price, basically.
It's half price. I mean, and I'm not, apart from the tyres being better and enjoying the superior traction and grip.
Yeah.
There's not a lot in it, really, is there?
No. I think it's just, you know, you're going to buy this bike. Well, if you've already got that bike, I don't see any point particularly in buying this if you're invested in your own motorcycle. However, most people are at like PCP,
yeah,
you know, 2-year deals, 3-year deals, whatever. Their bike's it's expiring, so it's just a natural progression. Because I go, well, hang on, you can have a brand new one. It's only going to cost you an extra £7 a month, and it's like, yeah, okay, I'll have it.
It's 7 years. 7 years of superbike progression is massive.
That is
What's
true.
happened in 7 years in superbikes and other categories for that matter is massive. It's seismic. Whereas this really isn't, you know.
No. And yes, the performance is definitely engine performance much better on this. However, you've got to question whether it even needs the performance, because what are you going to do with this type of bike? Are you going to race people? Does it matter that it's, you know, a half a second slower to 100 mile an hour? Probably not. The reality is. However, if you're one of those people that wants the all the bells and whistles and the digital dash and all the tech, and you like your tech, then, and your PCP deal's coming up, why not? But yeah, it's not 10 grand better.
No, nowhere near.
If you had 20 grand in your hand, I think, yeah, it would seem like such a vast amount of money. It's because everything nowadays is done on, hey, just sign this form and it's, you know, 20 grand finance. If you actually had to save up £20,000, walk into a BMW dealership, whack it onto the table and say, can I have that GS please? There's no way anyone would buy this one, they'd buy that one.
Whack what on the table?
20 grand in cash.
Oh, right.
I quite like to go to Bird World.
Yeah, I've never been to Bird World. Have they got sort of eagles and stuff there as well?
Yeah, Bird World, it's one of those places that you see signposts for it for miles around, don't you? Those little brown signs. Bird World. I think I know the answer to this, but if you had the opportunity of purchasing either one of these bikes for 20,000 or 10,000, what would you purchase?
I'd buy yours.
So would I. And that's nothing against this bike, it's just that I just don't see, I can't justify that extra 10,000 quid, but it is way better. It's just, you know, is it worth it? I don't know. Well, no, we just clearly established that.
Bumps and scuffs. If you've had a ding, give us a ring.
Bumps and scuffs sounds like a sort of DJ and MC.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Bangers and gash. We need to reignite that.
Oh, mate, yeah. Bangers and gash. Full effect.
Bird World, party time. Excellent.
Oh. Bird World is closed until further notice. I mean, how are they going to... Surely there must be someone here feeding all the birds. There's a little farm at the end as well. Little horses. So there's probably someone feeding the pony. Your indicator's on.
Well, I've got to say, that looks... But I love the colour scheme, except this looks... I mean, just put some black bars or silver bars on it, please.
I don't even mind the handguards being yellow, to be honest. It's that. But I still think that looks better in a way. Yeah. Did you notice any dynamically different, like massively different riding?
The throttle response is better on that.
Yeah. But any like handling? Because every year they come up with stuff going, oh, you know, we've put self-leveling suspension in and we've done all this and done all that. It's not. It's certainly not night and day, is it? You don't
No.
get on one and go,
No.
fucking hell. If anything, I prefer the suppleness of that.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that is. It's just a bit too. It's getting a bit too aggressive.
So, are we going to fight for which one we're taking home, or?
Well, that's actually my bike, so you can take that one and I'll take the new one. To be fair, I would want to ride the new one home,
Yeah.
which is weird because I think that one's better. But why do I want to do that?
Because you're a tart and it's new.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, I'll go on mine. All
right, thanks.
And another thing, I think that is the sweet spot of very good technology that isn't becoming intrusive and annoying and does your head in.
Yeah.
That has so much technology and it's great, don't get me wrong, it's so good, there's so many great elements, but it's just a bit of a pain in the arse sometimes, and it's a bit naggy, and it's a bit, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. Anyway, you can ride it home. I'm gonna
Thanks.
Drop it. Got it.
Cheers, buddy.
Ow!
Oh.